Oh, crap, I forgot to do this thing. Whatever. Too late. Hello, and welcome to the Downtown Kentucky podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
For our audio listeners, I forgot to put up the title card and realized mid-intro. So, you know what? For all the fans of the title card, here you go. There it is. All
Title
right.
card. Oh, look, now it's smaller and in between us.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's really not necessary, but my brain needed it, and then it threw my brain off. So today's intro is crap.
Anyways, he's Austin. He's Austin over
I'm
there.
Austin/Parfait, and
I'm
he's
Chris/Fox.
that's right, and it's the Downtown Kentucky podcast, the number
Baby.
one podcast where we
In
discuss
downtown
news
Kentucky.
stories on downtown Kentucky. Because I don't even know if it's the number one podcast. I don't know. Both this and our other podcast, neither of them do well on YouTube, so I don't know. But hey,
they do okay on Twitch sometimes.
well, we don't stream the other podcast, so it does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a podcast. We covers news stories. We cover a bunch of stuff. Let's just jump right into our title story. We're, honestly a little late to the problem. It kind of, I think, dropped around like Friday or Saturday or so. And so we're a little behind the times. You've heard everyone from who knows what to Tucker Carlson getting really angry about it. Today we're talking about M&Ms.
M&Ms.
They're different. They're woke now, baby. No more go-go boots for the green M&M. No. She's not allowed to be proud of her femininity. She needs to wear little sneakers and like leggings, because she also used to have skin-colored legs and now has white legs. Just pointing it out. She's has to cover up now. But that's not.
Yeah.
And brown M&M. She's now wearing shorter heels. They're feminizing the women M&Ms, which some people are really angry about. I could care less. What I do think in this part of the story that I'm a little bit like, really, is I don't like the changing of personalities for the M&Ms. That one actually does irritate me a little bit. I'll be honest, I can't find exactly what they're doing. I heard they're doing it, but I can't find any article that actually is talking about that. But I heard that they're doing it, so they might not even be. But I've heard that they're like changing their personalities, and that makes me angry. Like apparently they're gonna make red M&M not mean to yellow anymore, and orange is now going to like embrace his anxious nature, which I guess that's fair. Everyone's anxious these days, so.
Yeah, you should get Xanax for that.
Yeah.
I've heard it's good for treating anxiety.
And you'd think that I don't know what I'm saying. This story I was not prepared to tell this story at all, as you can tell. But yeah, the M&Ms, they're changing, and
So why are they changing?
Well, it's
most likely to stay relevant.
Yeah, they want to make Gen Z happy, right? They're trying to get into Gen Z. Gen Z doesn't like green M&M with go-go boots. They don't like red being mean. Or, more realistically, Mars is currently in a lawsuit with a former child slave, like a group of child slaves who were forced into child slavery to work on the cocoa farms, because the chocolate industry is screwed up, and Mars is one of multiple companies that are currently being sued, and I believe that officially broke last February, that this was probably a thing, but it was about to come back into the news, and then they did this, so it's almost like, huh?
Yeah, and all those major news stations are covering the changes in the M&Ms instead of the resurfacing of child slaves being used to use their chocolate.
Yeah, CNN would rather cover how the green M&M's wearing tennis
Larry
shoes.
David sneakers.
Yeah.
Instead of
to fair, the Larry David sneakers was Rolling Stone, who I don't know if Rolling Stone would have ever covered the child slavery. That's a little out of their wheelhouse.
A little bit out of their
But
wheelhouse.
I would hope that CNN would be covering that right now, and not the fact that green M&M isn't allowed to wear her hot heeled go-go boots no more.
Yeah, I mean, I would say you would hope for Fox, but no, I would totally expect Fox to just completely focus on the fact that M&Ms aren't allowed to be sexy anymore.
How is Tucker Carlson supposed to have drinks with them, Chris?
Oh, now I can't be attracted to the M&Ms anymore. Oh, what a crying shame. No, what is an actual crying shame is, the fact that Mars and probably most chocolate companies are terrible companies that take advantage of child labor.
Yeah, because there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. And this is just another proof of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been the surprisingly anti-capitalist portion of the podcast.
Don't buy chocolate. That's really the moral of today's episode. Is please don't buy chocolate anymore.
If you don't like child labor, stop buying chocolate. Yeah. It's that easy.
And if you do like child labor, I guess keep buying chocolate. You freak. You jerk.
You terrible human being.
Or don't buy M&Ms though, because they did de-sexify the M&Ms, and that's unacceptable.
Or if you're buying chocolate, make sure it's fair trade and ethically sourced.
Good luck.
I think the store that I work at actually has like a fair trade chocolate that they sell.
Okay, but
it's out there.
Probably costs a lot more because that child labor is cheap.
Oh yeah, no, it does.
Let's try.
It's high quality chocolate though. I'll tell you what, it's tasty.
Let's try to move on to a still just as depressing story.
Okay, cool.
But it's a funny depressing story because it was a mistake.
Okay.
So Weber Grills, the grill company that makes the Weber line of grills. The grill company that makes grills. They
really famous grill company.
Yeah, the really famous grill company Weber, and they have a recipe of the week that they do every week. Comes out every Friday. I'm sure you can subscribe to their newsletter. I don't know it. I don't care. But they have one, and last Friday they had this nice new one for a nice grilled meatloaf that was released last Friday, which was just one day after the legendary singer Meatloaf had passed away. And now here's the thing. I'm sure this had been in the works for weeks. They probably have like months planned of what the recipe of the week's going to be. This was not them being cold-hearted. Like, unlike Mars, who almost definitely knew what they were doing, Weber made a mistake here. They have since apologized, taken it down, and like posted like an apology time how they did not mean for this to happen. This was a mistake.
That's just unfortunate timing.
Yeah, it's just very unfortunate timing that they released a grilled meatloaf recipe the day after legendary singer Meatloaf passed away.
Do anything for that. And here's a grilled meatloaf recipe.
It's just like, oh, poor. I genuinely feel sorry for the Weber team who came in on Friday and they were like, all right, let's see how we're doing today. Why is everyone mad at us? Wait.
Meatloaf died.
Meatloaf died yesterday? Crap. What was the recipe of the week? Meatloaf. No! We didn't mean to. We're sorry.
Yeah. Whoopsies.
Yeah, whoopsies. Legend died and we accidentally made light of it. But hey, it was an accident. Unlike our next story, which was not an accident, it was people legitimately trying to do something terrible. Which is a second time we're talking about random like 80s or 90s comedies coming to real life again. Like last week we talked about, Cool Runnings happening again, which was also based off of reality. This time we're talking about Weekend at Bernie's, which if you don't know what the premise of Weekend at Bernie's, it's like
the audience, definitely not me.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen it, so I'm going to give you just the general like gist. I don't remember why they're doing it, but there are two dudes who are pretending their boss is alive. I think they're trying to get like a raise or something, and like they're taking their dead boss around, pretending he's alive, faking that he's alive, so they can try to convince people he is. I don't remember the reason. I haven't seen the movie, but it has happened in Ireland recently. Two people, they pretended that they went down to the post office with their dead friend, trying to cash his last. What was it? Nope. I don't want ads. You guys probably heard that ad. Sorry about that. Thanks.
No, I did.
What the crap? What were they trying to do? It was like his pension. It was pension. They wanted to catch his last pension check. And they wanted to like, hey. Oh crap! I just realized. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just realized I had pictures of the new redesigns for the M&Ms that I didn't show. Oops. Today I'm just messing everything up. But yeah, these the Irish people, they faked tried to fake that their friend was alive, and it did not work. They could tell something was up, and yeah, they just, and here's the thing: that money's not going to go anywhere. Are they really that bad at people for trying it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
If your answer to that wasn't yes, they are, you probably are working for Mars.
Or another large corporate.
And I just want to also say that, real quick, just to cover our butts, that is allegedly they are using child labor. Allegedly.
We don't know for sure.
I don't know anything. All I know is there is currently a lawsuit about it. Allegedly. Please don't come after us, Mars. We're not worth anything. It's not worth your time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they tried to weaken the Bernies because apparently it is time to try to do 80s and 90s comedy movies in real life. I am looking forward to next week when Carrot Top is elected the head of a board, and he runs a company. I don't remember what it's called. It's some crappy Carrot Top movie because it's a Carrot Top movie. Head of the board, maybe? Something like that.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I just know it exists because that's how I know with a lot of movies. I just know they exist. Where were we?
Speaking of things that exist.
Today's episode's just been weird.
A little bit manic.
It's been a little weird, yeah. I just need to hang out with Orange M&M. Me and him, we'd get along. But let's okay, I know what our next story is. Our next story is our good old. Here's that M&M picture because it was already prepared to show you.
Look at that.
Get out of here, M&Ms.
Goodbye.
So first 5 minutes of the podcast. It is time for this story. That's right. A
woman's gonna beat a rabbit to death.
Whoa!
Just kidding.
Oh! It's the woman versus rabbit salad eating contest.
It just looks like an MMA poster.
It does. I think that's on purpose. As you can see, it does say it's back on because this was supposed to happen on January 11th, but Raina here, the woman, not the rabbit, she had contracted COVID and they had to push it back. But it is back on. We want to try. The Glendale Chop Shop wants to finally answer the age-old question: is salad rabbit food? Yeah, that's it. You ever heard that? Like people prefer salad. Yeah. That's basically what it is. So we're trying. That's like the premise. It's stupid. This is a stupid news story, which is why we're covering it.
The woman is going to be able to eat, especially since she's a professional eater.
You think pro eater is gonna be in 10 minutes gonna be able to eat more salad than the bunny who doesn't realize he's supposed to be eating salad?
He's supposed to be eating fast. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. There might be some animal cruelty involved. They might starve the rabbit for a day or something to try to help him. That wouldn't shock me. I don't know these people, and that's just me guessing. But if it happened,
would not be surprised.
But yeah, this is happening, February 1st at 11 a.m. I'm assuming that would be California time, which would be like 1 o'clock Central Time?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
And I might have to PST. I might have to watch that live stream at chopshop.com. This is not an ad.
I think you might.
Yeah.
I think you might have to watch the live stream and then stream it.
Yeah, I might have to co-stream this. What day is February 1st?
That's a great question.
It's a Tuesday. Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I mean, I guess I might be able to do that. I don't know. It's just a random time.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. But yeah, we'll find out if Honey Mega Bunny is able to beat Pro Eater Raina Huang. I'm gonna say I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd probably bet my life savings on the professional eater being able to beat a bunny in a eating contest that she knows she's in while he doesn't, because he's a bunny.
Yeah. Oh, 1 p.m. might also just be the regular feeding time for the rabbit as well.
Oh, that is a theory. I still would put it
game theory.
I would put it on a Sunday or something though, so you could maybe get more people involved to watch it.
Nah, it's Tuesday.
Tuesdays. Tuesday feels like a rant. Tuesday not even
when
afternoon.
they get the fresh salads in, huh?
Tuesday, not even afternoon, feels like a weird time to do something.
Yeah, Tuesday on like a lunch break.
Yeah. And possibly before your lunch break, if you have lunch at like 12, like a lot of people might. Like, it's an early random Tuesday. Let's see if there's any more details on the Facebook.
Probably not.
Nope. We will find out. Hello,
more salad
White
in
Shadow.
10 minutes.
I believe Reina is also attempting to beat like a salad record in the 10 minutes. Like, I think she's trying to eat over 4 pounds of salad in that 10 minutes to beat him.
You're gonna consume the bunny rabbit after?
I don't believe the plan is to eat the bunny rabbit.
Oh, that's good.
Because that's horrible.
Consume the competition. You can't be beaten if the competition isn't alive.
I'd be completely down for the bunny eating her. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be wild. It'd be like Monty Python, but
the bunny goes, I don't like this. This isn't rabbit food. Your food.
Your rabbit food now. The bunny gets up and stands on its hind legs and runs over and tackles her to the ground.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tune into our man-eating rabbit movie that we'll make 20 years in the future.
Sure, totally.
Along with our other 2 movies.
Are we making other movies? I don't remember. Oh, our horror movie, right? I don't think that's ever been talked about anywhere except for just between us.
That's right. A little bit. You know, our favorite thing to do, the peek behind the curtains.
Yeah, peek behind the curtain. The thing is, she thinks rabbit is food, but she is rabbit food.
Mm.
Sure, I agree, White Shadow.
All right, what's our next news story?
Well, the thing is, I'll be honest, I'm trying to think of something else to talk about because we only have 2 news stories left, and they're both quick, and this might be a short podcast.
Might be a short podcast.
Yeah, we had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
there's 2 more media-related things.
Yeah, and yes, it's time for media talk. That's right. And so, Chris, what is your? Exactly. What is your favorite animated comedy based in Texas?
King of the Hill.
That's right. It's King of the Hill, baby.
I've seen like 3 episodes, and that's about the only animated show that I know that's based in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably if there's another one, I don't know it either. So, but yeah, King of the Hill is getting a reboot. There's really no other information out about this other than it's happening. Yeah, so King of the Hill, it's coming back. I liked King of the Hill. I hoped you knew more about King of the Hill so we could be excited about it together, but apparently you don't, and that's fair. That's
I mean, from what I've seen, I like it.
Okay.
And I can kind of do a Hank Hill voice. That's about all I got going.
You want to do it for the audience? Just put you on the spot because you brought it up.
All right. Yeah. Well, now I have to, I guess.
Yeah.
Dang it, Bobby! I tell you what, that boy ain't right.
See, there we go. This is
there you go.
This is this week's podcast.
The things that I know that Hank Hill says.
That's this week's podcast, baby.
All right. Yeah, King of the Hill. Woo! I'll probably watch the reboot.
I probably will too. I'm curious if this is gonna take place right after, or if it's gonna be a time jump. Because I'd be totally down for a time jump as well.
Where, it's Bobby Hill is who we're focused on?
No, not even. Just, we have old man Hank Hill and, 30-year-old millennial Bobby. I'm down for seeing weird, awkward 30-year-old millennial Bobby.
Oh!
Oh, dang it.
Peggy, where's my cane? Yeah.
I'm down. I think it'd be fun.
Hank retired from selling propane.
Yeah.
Peggy's he's a little bit senile, so he still thinks that he works at the propane store.
Bobby trying to get into TikTok at 30, awkwardly.
Oh no.
Or Bobby's really into NFTs. I could also see that as a possibility.
Oh. I'd imagine that Bobby's probably really into professional wrestling.
Maybe.
And maybe it's in an underground professional wrestling scene himself.
That could also happen. That's one of the episodes. But I think he's also in NFTs, and Hank Hill is very disappointed in him. What's an NFT?
People are buying pictures online.
Don't they know you can right-click?
I can just copy and paste. This is stupid.
And Bobby's telling his dad, no, you don't understand. Like, it could work. I think they can make it work. The point is, I'm excited. I'm excited.
I would love a King of the Hill NFT episode.
Also, I really like Mike Judge's work. And I liked King of the Hill. I liked...
Spy Kids 2.
He was in Spy Kids 2. I was referring more to his, like, creative works, not his acting. But
Spy Kids 1.
I was going to say
kind of in
Beavis and Butthead, which I believe is also getting a reboot as well.
Yeah. I've never watched Beavis and Butthead. Unlike King of the Hill, where I've watched here and there, on Adult Swim growing up, where everything went over my head because I was a child. You are the people to talk to when you want to know info about something. I don't know about that.
If you want to know secondhand info from the places I got, that I could give you, I could off stream, because I don't want to take away our viewership. I could tell you some places you could go to get all the information I got, and you just get more of it. Because there's some I say, I don't care about that, and I skip it.
Yeah, we'll just give our take on the information and try to make it funny.
Yeah, speaking of...
is the keywords.
Yeah, speaking of more movie news, baby.
That's what I have heard about.
Yeah, and I'm going to read some quotes about this, because the press release and stuff for this is actually really funny. There is a Weird Al biopic that is going to be coming out.
That's right.
And the film's official description reads as follows. The biopic holds nothing back, exploring every facet of Yankovic's life, from his meteoric rise to fame with early hits like Eat It and Like a Surgeon, to his torrid celebrity love affairs and famously depraved lifestyle. Weird, the Al Yankovic story takes audiences on a truly unbelievable journey through Yankovic's life and career, from gifted child prodigy to the greatest musical legend of all time. Which, here's the thing. I love Weird Al. But this is obviously a joke. He knows he's not the
all very much clearly satire.
Yeah, there's no way...
He's never had crazy love affairs.
No!
He's had, a stable marriage and has, a child.
He's also not a child prodigy. He's maybe in some circles a comedy music legend. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, it is totally, just... And there's also a quote from Al about the fact that, I'll let it get revealed throughout here, because we do know who's going to be playing Al Yankovic in this movie.
That's right. We certainly do.
The Weird Al quote says, "When my last movie, UHF, came out in 1989, I made a solemn vow to my fans that I would release a major motion picture every 33 years, like clockwork. I am very happy to say we're on schedule, and I'm absolutely thrilled that Daniel Radcliffe will be portraying me in the film. I have no doubt whatsoever that this is the role future generations will remember him for."
I love Weird Al. He's got such a good sense of humor.
He's the best. Weird Al is he is a musical legend. Maybe he is the greatest musical legend. I take back what I was saying about trying to take that away from him. He is I don't know who that is.
Nor do I.
But sure, maybe they're a child prodigy.
Would not doubt it. They're out there.
But yeah.
It's not Weird Al, though.
Yeah, the Al Yankovic story is going to be amazing, and I can't wait. I loved UHF. We might have to watch UHF for movie club commentary at some point.
I've never seen UHF.
UHF is great. It's also bad, but in a good way. He didn't make a great movie, but he made a fun movie. So I think we might have to watch that at some point. Maybe after the year of DComs, we will watch.
Yeah,
UHF.
I think if you told me that Weird Al Yankovic made a genuinely good movie, I'd be more shocked and surprised.
You know what? I think that's fair. As much as he is a genius when it comes to comedy, I also feel like his ideas are going to be a little too weird, maybe.
Cheesy, campy, but fun.
But also,
always fun.
But yeah, we will watch that at some point. Maybe I'll try to make sure that's early on in the post year of DComs for our movie club commentary. But hey, we have a little bit of extra time right now. Let me just plug that Hey, if you remember the movie club segment on this podcast, the movie club commentary that we'd always tell you about, it still exists. So head on over to our YouTube channel and check out movie club commentary. You can watch a bunch of DComs with us this year, because it is the year of DComs. If you're not sure what DCom is, I don't honestly know if you're in the right audience, because I feel like everyone from our generation does, and you're probably not going to enjoy this if you don't know what a decom is.
Yeah, probably not.
But if somehow you do enjoy us and you don't know, it is a Disney Channel original movie. But yeah, let's it's might be, like we said, it might be a little bit of a short episode because it's time.
Yeah.
It is time for Tournament of Champions. Chris, what is Tournament of Champions for our first-time listeners?
Tournament of Champions is basically Austin has curated a list of characters from
516.
just about every piece of media you could ever think of. Granted, not every piece of media, because that would be an insanely long list. But yeah, we take all those characters and we put them against each other.
I've curated a list of 512 names. And
512 characters we have gathered, and we are going to pit them against each other one-on-one in random seeding.
Yeah. Every season,
see who survives.
Yeah, we're actually like almost done with season 1 of Tournament of Champions, and every season I pull 64 names from that list. Obviously, I delete them, so it's not like you're gonna get repeats at all during this 8-season arc of the greatest segment ever. Sure, we'll go with that.
The segment ever that we do.
No, I'm saying it's the greatest segment in podcast history because I don't care. That's not a statement of fact. That's an opinion.
An opinion.
Yeah, it is the greatest segment ever. But yeah, so let's find out. No, Jimmy Neutron, you'll never see him again. No, because he did lose last week, so he is sadly gone forever.
He did get moited.
Yeah.
I don't remember by who either, so
Can't remember off the top of my head. So let's jump right into it.
And I know what you're saying. Yeah, you and Austin are super long-winded. You'll find a way to, stretch this Tournament of Champions out. Well,
let's find out.
I don't know that we will.
So
based on the list of characters we have.
Yeah, especially for our audio listeners, let's break down what the bracket is this week. We have on our West Coast, we have Pennywise. Slash it. I mean, like, technically Pennywise is just the name of the clown form, but it is the monster, the entity that is it from the It franchise. Taking on Vulture from MCU fame, Marvel's The Vulture, Spider-Man villain, most famously played by the one, the only, I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah.
Batman. Formerly Batman, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Yeah. I was going to say Kiefer Sutherland, and I knew that was wrong.
Played by Michael Keaton. And next we have, in our secondary West Coast bracket, a name that most of you might not know, and that's fair, because I didn't know that. Chris didn't know this name before today. I didn't know this name before I looked up Marvel characters trying to fill out that 512 spots. And I discovered the character Cap Wolf, which... is half Captain. It's in a different world where Captain America is also a werewolf.
Yep.
So yeah,
imagine Captain America's powers. Plus, he's a werewolf.
Yep. And he is taking on Zangief from the Street Fighter franchise. Yep. The Russian pro wrestler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famously played by someone in the
movie
Street
Wreck-It
Fighter
Ralph.
movie. I think it was also wasn't there also a Street Fighter movie?
Yeah, no, there is.
Street Fighter.
I haven't seen it, so I could not tell you who he's played by.
Movie Zangief.
Andrew Buryansky.
Famously played by Andrew in the Street Fighter movie.
That's right. Thanks, Andrew.
All right, moving right along. All right, we have our first of our East Coast brackets. It's our Gunslinger Round. We have Rick Grimes from Georgia. That's right.
Georgia.
With the most Georgian accent ever in the television show. It's the weirdest accent ever that man does. He is a British man, and I can't fully blame him, but he is doing an accent that does not exist for anyone but Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead fame. He is taking on Captain Hook. Woo! Captain Hook! Yeah, from Peter Pan.
He's got a sword And a blunderbuss.
Yeah.
Captain Hook.
And a hook.
And a hook hand.
Don't forget his hook. Arr.
Hook hand.
Then
yeah.
we have Syndrome from The Incredibles, the villain from the first Incredibles.
Yeah.
Technically doesn't have any powers. That's kind of his whole thing.
Technically, he's just, a Batman kind of guy who's got a lot of high tech and really high IQ.
I'd say more like Iron Man, due to the style of weapons he has.
Yeah, more mechanical based.
And he is taking on from the Lion King himself, Simba, most famously played by Matthew Broderick. Woo, Matthew Broderick!
Yeah, he just can't wait to be king.
Yeah, he killed Scar. Can he kill Syndrome? Find out.
Can he kill a human being with technology?
Tune in a little bit to find out. Let's head on over to our first.
Very shortly, most likely.
Let's head on over to our first West Coast bracket. We have Pennywise versus a Vulture.
All right. Since I don't want this to be the entire podcast of me just trying to defend, why one character doesn't get
we have a format here. We're gonna go over their move lists and stuff.
Okay.
When you look at Pennywise power list, we have kind of an article about what it can do, but it's worded in a way that doesn't fully make sense. But
he can shapeshift. He can cast illusions.
He has deadlights.
Minds.
He has the deadlights. I mean, I don't know how that's relevant here, but he has them. He can make red balloons. Can he die? Kind of, but not really. But not, yeah.
Kind of.
He has power of mind control, and he can teleport instantly. While the Vulture, he has superhuman strength, vitality, and athletic prowess. So, yeah.
I would say he has, above human strength. I wouldn't say he has superhuman. It says superhuman, but I don't think I've ever seen him actually, exhibit any superhuman
He can harness
strength.
The harness increases his physical strength to an absolute human maximum, enabling him to lift roughly 700 pounds.
That's while he's wearing the Vulture suit, though.
But yeah, he's gonna be wearing the Vulture suit. I mean, he is Vulture. We're not saying he's fighting whatever Vulture's secret identity is. He's not fighting Adrian Toomes.
The question here is, does Vulture feel fear?
Let's look that up.
And that will give us the answer to who wins this fight.
Vulture feel fear.
Because admittedly, as crazy as Pennywise is, if he doesn't feel fear, then
Vulture and Spider-Man Homecoming. No, it looks like no one's asked this question before. Because yeah. But White Shadow asks is a good question. But what does Vulture fear?
Well, in the MC universe, he has a daughter.
Yeah. He also lost his job, which caused him to do all of this. So I think he might have a fear of losing his job.
Fear of failure, a fear of losing his daughter.
Yeah. But
so I'm gonna go with yes. He does feel fear for sure.
Yeah. No, Pennywise definitely wins this fight.
I would say that if it was the Joker versus Pennywise, I think the Joker might win.
That's fair. I think there are definitely characters who,
despite being human, could probably beat Pennywise because he does get beat by kids.
That is fair that if he doesn't fear clowns, Pennywise himself won't be able to affect him. But I did say at the beginning that Pennywise is just, it's what I wrote to represent it. He can choose to not be the clown if he needs to.
Yeah, he can always shapeshift because that is part of his power group. So
I do think if you're a huge Vulture head out there, I'm sorry, Pennywise will be Pennywise / it does beat
Vulture. Will be moving on.
Yeah, it does move on. And now we have our next fight, which I'm actually really excited about, which is Capwolf versus Zangief. I'm not excited because I think this is gonna be a good fight. I'm just excited because I get to talk about Capwolf, who I really am really excited that I've discovered. So I went to this is the Marvel fandom wiki, and we have. I just love their list for the powers, which it just means I should look up more, but I'm not going to because I think it's funnier to leave it to this. Capwolf seemingly those of Captain America of Earth 616, as well as those of a typical werewolf. So
yes.
he's Captain America and a werewolf. We all know what those kind of powers are roughly. And let's be honest, I could go look up those power lists, but also it's not going to matter because half of those, what we just kind of think about him, he destroys Zangief. I'm sorry. Yeah. We will list off Zangief's move list because that's all we can do. He doesn't really have powers. He just does moves.
He's just a really strong pro wrestler.
Yeah, and he has some awesome moves. Like he has the screw pile driver, which is famously done by Scott Steiner. It's the Steiner screwdriver. It's an awesome move. It's
the cyclone lariat.
Yeah, you like lift a guy up as like a suplex, Chris, and you spin them into a tombstone pile driver. Like it's a really cool move.
That is pretty sick.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. If he was going up against Rick Grimes, he'd kick his butt. But he's not. He's going up against Captain America. Oh, and a werewolf. Either half of that destroys Zangief. But they're combined.
Werewolf would kill Zangief.
Yeah, but they're combined. So, no, Capwolf destroys him.
Yeah, Capwolf definitely wins this one.
Yeah. Now we have probably our most even fight in the whole tournament.
Yep, just barely.
Yeah, barely.
It's just barely even.
We have Rick Grimes taking on
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook. Rick Grimes' weapon of choice is apparently it's a hatchet. It's the Cold Steel Axe Gang hatchet is his signature weapon, and I believe that's probably in the comics. Hatchet. But he also does use a Colt Python, which is it's a gun. Yeah, so it's a more advanced gun than Captain Hook's weapons, which, to be fair, according to this list, which I think is based off the Disney Wiki, he doesn't even have a gun. But at times...
He's got a rapier with a gold hilt.
Yeah, he has a rapier and he has a hook hand. Mm-hmm. But, to be fair, I have seen him have a gun before in other versions, so I will let him have his, old-school pirate gun, which definitely takes much longer to reload and all that, and Rick Grimes definitely wins. But it was closer.
And if he misses with any of his shots, he just throws the hatchet.
Yeah.
And kills Captain Hook.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Captain
Hook.
Also,
I just here's the thing. Basing this also off of, as I was at one point a fan of the television show, Rick Grimes also just has like a ruthlessness to himself when he wants to. There's this one time where someone was about to hurt his kid, and he didn't have any weapons, so he just bit the guy's jugular and killed him that way. Yeah, Rick Grimes is going to win. He's going to find a way to win if he needs to.
Rick Grimes will find a way to survive.
Yeah.
Captain Hook can't manage to beat a boy who is consistently only 12 years old.
But he can fly. That kid
can fly.
Rick Grimes cannot fly.
He can fly, and he does have a tiny little dagger that he uses.
That is true. So...
And he's really good with
fencing. Am I changing this, then? No, I'm not. No, it's still Rick Grimes. And now, it's time! It's time for my favorite segment of the week! Within a segment! That's right! It is time for Chris to tell me how Simba beats Syndrome.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Austin, but lions have a bite force of 650 psi.
Oh, that's right. That is true. Ooh, I have that right here.
Around there.
It's around that, yeah.
And while extremely strong, that is only 100 psi more than a dog with the largest bite force, the Mastiff.
That is true. While Syndrome, but the thing is, Chris, I just want to bring up as kind of a counterpoint, because I'm hearing what you're saying. That's a really powerful PSI. Syndrome has a 0-point energy gloves, rocket boots, explosions, hovering wrist robot, energy shot, and Omnidroids, which these are his best and most successful inventions. They were intelligent.
Can he sing a really catchy song?
That's true. Simba can't.
Didn't think so.
Well, here's the thing.
I rest my case.
Well, Hakuna Matata means no worries, so Simba's actually coming in here not even really fearing Syndrome, which means Syndrome just kills him real quick because he's not even really paying attention.
Dang it, Simba, you goofball.
Yeah. Syndrome does continue, sadly, for our Simba heads out there.
Sorry guys, I did my best.
Don't worry, if you're a big Simba fan, I believe Scar will be back later and at some point in a future season. That's probably it. I don't think I put anyone else from the Lion King world
And anyone who's upset about, lions only having 100 more PSI than a Mastiff, to be fair, a Mastiff could absolutely still kill you if it bit you.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is, a lion would kill a normal human. And Syndrome is technically a normal human.
But he's got a lot of robots.
But at the very least, he has Omnidroids, which are the big giant circle ones with the legs that have killed pretty much every super other than the Incredibles in their world, as he took them all out. Yeah.
Sorry, Simba, you don't have.
They can actually only be destroyed by themselves. Yeah. So let's move on to our West Coast final or our semifinal, depending on how you want to look at it. It's complicated. I don't know how you're supposed to explain brackets.
The semifinal.
Yeah, we have a semifinal. We have Pennywise taking on Capwolf. Woo, Capwolf! Which, you know what? Actually, I don't know if werewolves fear.
I think they do. Just like wolves have primal, innate fears. I think that I think Capwolf would probably still have innate werewolf fears.
Do werewolves fear?
They hate silver.
They hate it, but they fear it.
What else do they fear?
They fear the devil. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Particularly Christian society. Oh.
Huh. Interesting.
According to humans, turning into wolves are found as early as the ancient... Wait, what? Wait, no, wait.
Ancient Norwegian Volsunga Saga, or Ovid's Metamorphoses.
Oh, you can have a fear of werewolves.
Lupophobia.
Or lycophobia.
Werewolves are not afraid of anything. What? However, in human form, they greatly fear the full moon.
Oh.
Fire, and any weapon made of silver.
So
but this is according to Quora.
Compared to animalsociety.org? What? That's talking about how...
A history of werewolves in modern society?
It's talking about the links behind werewolves being connected to human anxiety as a concept is what I think this article is about.
Werewolves and anxiety about the human-animal border.
In early modern Europe. No, this is talking about how the idea of werewolves were the concept of based off of fear between the animal and wolf, the animal and human borders. I don't know if this article is accurate for what we want.
Males. So by transgressing the border between human and animal, werewolves illustrated a fear that...
They illustrated. Okay,
No, that's not. Okay.
Huh. Werewolves don't fear, according to Quora.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is the only answer we have on it. No, I don't want to log in at all. Just let me.
I feel like werewolves fear silver. Even
I don't think they do. I think the human version of them knows to fear it.
I think werewolves retain the fears of all the things that normal wolves fear. I would. What do wolves fear? Nothing. Oh. Well, dang it.
Wolves are scared of humans.
Scared of humans, cats, and tigers.
Cars. That says cars.
That they're not used to in the wild.
That says cars, to be fair.
Oh, cars. That makes much more sense. They're generally shy and will prefer to stay hidden unless they need to hunt. If they're attacked or threatened. I think it's slightly less because Capwolf, I feel like it's more implied that he's in his werewolf form, and it's going to be more of that in control than necessarily Captain Rogers.
Yeah, but also Captain America could also come over his fears, like the literal children did to stop Pennywise in the movie.
That's
literal
true.
Children went, wait, I'll choose not to fear him right now. So I don't know. Captain America's pretty smart. So if he does have any of them, I don't know. The question is it all the werewolf? Or is it...
Yeah, I don't really know how Capwolf functions.
And to be fair, when I tried to look it up, there's not a lot of stuff because I think he's been in 2 or 3 comics ever.
He's this isn't exactly helping our case.
Yeah.
I think I would give it to Pennywise for it.
And you know what? I think that's fair, but I genuinely think it should go to Capwolf. So I think for like this isn't me doing it to do it like I've done in the past. I think we should go to the coin.
All right.
Yeah, so I will give it to you as always. I always give you the advantage. Heads or tails?
I think I'm gonna go with heads.
All right.
For the iconic Pennywise head.
That makes sense. All right, let's find out. Is it a head or is it a tail? That's a tail.
Oh, all right. Looks like Capwolf overcame his fears and killed
Capwolf
Pennywise.
was able to overcome his fears. The Captain America side of him was able to do what literal children did. So, you know, I think that's fair.
And you know what? Good for him.
Will some people be really mad about this? Yeah, probably. But also, those some people probably will never watch this. So,
valid.
Let's move on to our final semifinal. That's right. And that's Rick Grimes taking on Syndrome.
Syndrome, who has access to robots and superpowered glove and other things. Rick Grimes has a hatchet and a gun.
But Rick Grimes has a gun.
So Syndrome does destroy Rick Grimes.
Yeah, no, he does. Oh, not
yes, Sibdrib. That's what I'm calling him from now on.
Syndrome.
So now the real question is...
we're in time for our finals. It is...
I think I already know what I'm leaning towards.
I think I do too.
And I'm pretty sure it's Syndrome. Pretty sure Syndrome just takes out another super because it's what he does. And Capwolf doesn't know how to handle an Omnidroid.
But Captain America is really smart. Can he figure out how to handle an Omnidroid? Mr.
Probably
Incredible
not in his werewolf form.
That's fair. You know, that's fair.
He might be able to overcome his fears in werewolf form. If he's gonna figure out how to defeat an Omnidroid. I think he's just gonna, bite and scratch at it because that's the, length of his abilities as a werewolf.
Whoa, he also still has all of his abilities.
And his adamantium shield, which...
And...
What, will it work on an Omnidroid? Probably not.
I don't know. Has Syndrome had time to make an Omnidroid specifically designed to take on Capwolf? And take out that specific type of metal? How did Pennywise lose? That's a fair question, Ishwar. I felt that Capwolf, due to both werewolves not having fear, according to Kiora, as well as Captain America having the wherewithal, and, not wherewithal, but, what's the word? He's both still fully Captain America, and Captain America should, if kids can figure out to not fear Pennywise to take him out,
overcome their fears.
Yeah, overcome their fears. I think Captain America would be able to do the same. And and here's the thing, I was wrong. We were gonna have someone who was really mad see this video. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ishwar.
Ishwar, I fought for Pennywise,
and I fought for Capwolf, and the coin, which is end all be all in this discussion, the coin decided that Capwolf won.
That's right. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Syndrome definitely beats Capwolf.
I don't know if it's a definite, that's for sure, but
pretty sure he definitely beats Capwolf.
See, I definitely am disagreeing because of how confident you are, because I don't think it's that If crappy Mr. Incredible can beat him, why couldn't Capwolf beat him?
Because Mr. Incredible does not beat him by himself. He beats him with his entire family of superpowered children and wife.
Okay, all right. But does Capwolf have the, werewolf adventures?
After figuring out that only the Omnidroids can puncture each other. Which I think Capwolf in his primal instinctual form.
But has Captain America, who became Capwolf, watched The Incredibles because he does talk about other Disney properties in the movie, which means he might have watched The Incredibles.
I don't think Capwolf, who has been in 2 to 3 comics, has watched The Incredibles. I'll be honest.
You know what? I will stand to that, and I will say Capwolf probably should have lost in round 2, but he definitely will lose to Syndrome. Fine.
And Ishwar, I hate to correct you, brother, but he is not a ghost, actually.
Yeah.
He is a literal deity of fear.
Yeah.
Who feeds off of fear.
Yeah.
and without fear, he basically becomes a weak little pathetic baby thing, and then just dies.
Yeah. And if kids can say, "Hey, you suck," I think Capwolf maybe was able to figure that out. But it doesn't matter because Syndrome wins.
Yep.
And that's the official tournament bracket. That is.
Gotta be honest, didn't expect Syndrome to be at the top of this.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
But here we are.
I'll be honest. I didn't either until I thought, wait, do werewolves fear? And according to the only person who's willing to answer it, no. So take it up with that random person who answered it on Kiora, because I really had no way of knowing if werewolves fear, because they're not real. I know, it's crazy. We had to make some decisions on the fly on what we thought a werewolf would be able to handle when it came to fear.
Right. Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry if I've disappointed you. We are at the point, though, where this podcast is coming to an end.
Right.
If you are on Twitch, stick around. We will be back in about 5 minutes for our throwback gameplay. But for our YouTube viewers, this is the end of the podcast. We will see you next week with the podcast and the rest of the week for a bunch of other amazing YouTube content.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.